I mostly have the same issues with this animation as I did with the last one I remade. Nothing is happening. Who is he throwing this attack at? Also, there's no ground or anything, so I think he's just in the air throwing a strange lightning punch for like no reason. Anyways, I don't think it's terrible, but for the sake of the title, this animation sucks, and I'm here today to remake the whole thing. Alright, got this here so I know what not to do, and now nothing to it but to do it. Got his head. This is his neck. Hang on a second. Shoulder's gonna come across here like that. Yes, his head looks like an egg, but we move. So if his hand was here like this. Oh my god. This is just a sketch version. It's gonna get better, don't worry. Maybe. I don't know, that's up to your own interpretation, I guess. Wait, this looks terrible, but it's not that far off what I'm trying to like do here, you know what I mean? So never mind. The shoulder should be here like this. The other shoulder should be pretty much there like this. And then we can focus on something like this. And then the chest would really be stretching. You know, we're not off to a terrible start. I have no idea what that looks like, but it's definitely not what I'm going for. Okay then, definitely not that either. Hey yo, I don't know what this looks like, but I just feel like a punch shouldn't look like that. So should the arm be down here? Maybe have it down here like this. Have him doing like underhand a little bit, or underarm, or whatever this is. Feels like too thin of an arm, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, the thumb is this side, okay. I just had to let IRL look at my hand to figure that out. Look at that. An actual decent hand, and we are going to make this man go full swing on his punch. So we got pose 1, pose 2, pose 3. There's like such a drastic difference. What we're going to get is like a little bit of a hand perspective, you know, like a little hand cam. And then we're going to see the hand travel like all the way over to like whoever the opponent is. We still haven't established who that is, by the way. Alright, so what are we going to do for the opponent? This is the opponent, by the way. So let's have him block, but still the punch is so powerful that it doesn't matter if he's blocking. My man's just standing here. He knows he's cooked. He knows he's just here to get dogged on. Dunked. Deep fried. Now once the punch actually connects, we're going to probably pull the camera way back over here. I'm just going to do a little sketch. There we go, something along these lines. Now if I just clean it up a little bit, that'll be pretty nice. So this guy's mostly going to be a scribble because he's just going to be like one smear frame before he gets absolutely decimated. I should probably move this. Probably a little more this way. There you go. That looks a bit better. Alright, so then his head would kind of be down like this, right? I think so. And I know some of it looks blurry from me like moving it over, but I'm gonna go over this again anyways. Just doing this to kind of figure out where everything's meant to be. You know what I mean? Then the leg's gonna come out a little further. Then we move that up. And then we can get this one. And then kind of just move it back like this. The arm should come down and kind of like rotate a little bit. Like that. There we go. That right arm looks very stiff. So let's change that. Make it go like this. There we go. And it still looks very stiff. Maybe if we like change the angle of the hand, then it won't look so much like I'm being lazy about it and just like moving it around. Even though I am, but the goal is to make it look like I'm not doing that. And I'm failing miserably. Right, so I've been at this for like 20 minutes and I think what I got here is fine. So I'm gonna leave it. Here I thought his forearm was extra thick and I kinda think this frame sucks in general. So I changed it to this. Anyways, now all I gotta do is just connect this all with animation. And I'm gonna start with these two frames here, because it is by far the easiest part. So he's gonna have a bit of a hunchback because, yes, I kinda need the punch to exaggerate his position. Did that even make sense? What? But like, you do get what I mean though, right? So this is phase 1 of the punch impact. So this is meant to show that, yes, the punch did in fact make contact, but it hasn't quite done any real damage yet. That is what this part is for. So so confusing. I don't know why, but I drew some of the stuff like so close together. But again, this is an issue that I 100% made myself, so I'm just gonna deal with it, I guess. Because there's kind of like nothing else I can do. I mean, it doesn't even look too bad anyways, so now we're good. I mean, it kind of looks like they're lagging, but just bear with me for a minute. So what I'm going to do actually is come here. This is mainly going to be a shot of like the fist or something, kind of like... And we have another decent hand. So we kind of got a little more of a transition between these two here. Something about the rest of this hand just doesn't look very hand-like. And the forearm kind of looks like a gauntlet. And I kind of don't know how to fix it. So I think I fixed both of those issues, or made them worse, I don't know. But either way, it's good enough for me to move on for now. Now if we basically turn the forearms into smear frames, well not smear frames, but if we just turn the forearms into smears. Can't really call it a smear frame if the whole frame's not smeared. Unless that is how it works and I'm just an idiot. Those are some very long fingers. Maybe just bring them up a little bit, especially that pinky. Pinky has no business being that long. And there we go. Wait, 1 second. Alright, there we go. Look at that. Look at the twist motion. I mean, sure, the fingers can do with a little bit of like not being flat, but let's not worry about that. I need a good frame in the animation for a thumbnail, and this is just not cutting it, so I'm gonna delete it. But I have a better idea though, and I think I found the perfect reference picture for it. And now the ear. Now instead of his hand being like this, he's gonna be like balled up. You know what I mean? Because he's punching something. And we'll move that about here. And that was why you use references. So we don't need this reference picture anymore. And there we have, I don't know, just a better drawing. Some parts of this look very messy, so I'm gonna have to go through and clean this up. And there we have it. So I'd want this hand to move this way, something like this. And then this hand would want to like move over like this. And then we'll have the leg be a little bit bigger because it's coming closer. Alright, and now I finally have the 5 frames needed for this bit. I already watched the rest of the animation so far and it's like, I don't even want to show you yet, it's that bad. So I've resorted to just adding more hands. And if that doesn't work, I actually just have like no idea what to do. I'm definitely going to shorten this pinky here. I don't know why, but I keep forgetting it's the shortest one on the hand. But what's kind of throwing me off is like the perspective. You know, it's kind of like meant to be bigger because it's closer to the camera. And now the fingers look deformed. How did that happen? What? I feel like this finger should also be a bit thinner. Now that makes even less sense. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Right, so here's the old frame, and here's the new one. Not a crazy difference, but it's a big enough difference, I guess. I mean, it looks alright to me. So we're gonna have some smears here like this. Knowing what this is meant to be, I think that is the wackiest thing I've seen in my life, but it serves its purpose. Now this shot here is going to be a slow-mo, so I'm going to have to draw another 3 or 4 frames exactly like this one. Well, ain't that just nice? Drawing hand after hand, I never thought I would see the day where I finished the main part of the animation. Now I just need to try and make it look actually interesting. For the record, I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's turning out heat, so I'm not going to complain. Like, my hand is literally on autopilot right now. Obviously had to turn the brightness down for some of the effects so you don't, you know, get bombarded with flashing lights. So hopefully this looks good. I don't know, I'm personally liking it though. And I just completely forgot to put an impact frame between these 2 frames here. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. I don't know exactly why, but it's just not making sense. Okay, I'm an idiot. Turns out it's just like the angle of this thing was wrong. So I've got it like this now and I'm hoping that's fixed it. If it doesn't, I'm gonna crash out. I mean, it kind of looks like it has. Well, it solved enough for me, so I'm going to stick with it. So I'm kind of at that point in the animation where I want to start adding color, and because why not, I'm basically going to use the same colors as the first animation.